Knowing what works for your hair, knowing your hair type and your hair texture, I swear to God, guys, this is going to make your healthy hair journey so much better. Get it together, Majik. This video is going to touch on all the things that you thought you knew but you really ain't know. You might have known all of this stuff already. This is just going to be my personal outlook on hair growth. From my experience, what I've learned, my conclusion, and my theory when it comes to hair growth. So today I'm going to give you guys my top 6 reasons of why your hair is not growing. And guys, I have it all written down in my little notebook. I planned this video literally last night. Here are my top 6 reasons of why your hair isn't growing. While I do this video, I am actually going to be styling my hair today, and I'm going to start with detangling my hair first. If I could get this ponytail holder out. It's definitely wash day, you guys. Like, I'm going to be using all of these MIELLE hair products. I just go ahead and spray my hair with some water just to dampen it. It's always dampen your hair before you comb it. You want to prevent as least breakage as possible. So I usually start off with the back, dampen that real good so we can start to detangle. Before I go ahead and hop into my top 6 reasons of why your hair isn't growing, I just want to make a really quick disclaimer, you guys. This is a huge misconception. FYI, guys, as long as you're alive, your hair is actually always growing. Hair is always growing. So let me explain that to you. Really quickly, I'm going to take the MIELLE Pomegranate and Honey Curl Refreshing Spray, and it says it's a light holding mist with intense hydration to shine and redefine thick, curly type 4 hair or curls, and it's anti-frizzing. This entire collection is type 4, but I absolutely love these products, and my hair is probably like a 3B-ish. It smells so refreshing. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my little white tooth comb and just start from the bottom and make my way up. You never want to start up here and like start combing down. That is the perfect way to rip all of your hair out. Have patience with your hair. Start at the bottom and just slowly but surely make your way up. It does take time, but having natural hair is about having patience, you guys. So what I mean by your hair is always growing. Okay. Your nails are always growing. The reason why people do not think that their hair is actually growing is because it's also breaking off as it's growing. So you're always going to have new growth. You ever have a sew-in for like 2 months or something like that, and you're like, oh my God, I got so much new growth, but then you take it out once your natural hair is washed and everything, it don't look like it actually grew. Because the hair probably also was breaking off. I've had many sew-ins before where my hair was completely broken off afterwards. I used to love a good sew-in, you guys. I rarely ever get sew-ins anymore because it does break my hair off if it's just the sew-in being too tight. And also when you have a sew-in, you're brushing and combing the hair. Even if it's a 30-inch sew-in, you guys, you're brushing and combing. As you're brushing and combing, it's just pulling on your braids. That also can be causing breakage too. So that leads me into my first reason of why your hair isn't growing: over manipulating. You're doing too much to your hair. This is something that I had to learn and something I still to this day find myself doing. Leave your hair alone. That is like the #1 thing I could tell anybody, is just to leave your hair alone, okay? Low manipulation styles. Low manipulation styles is basically protective hairstyles where you do not even have to bother your real hair. Wigs are a really great protective hairstyle because your hair is just braided up underneath without being touched, and you can take the wig off and moisturize your scalp every single day or as you please. If you guys watch my Chebé video, that's almost at 1 million views. I talked about the African women in Chad, Africa, and how their hair grows all the way down to their ankles. The reason why they are able to grow their hair down to their ankles, and anybody, if you are a human being, anybody can grow their hair to their butts, to their ankles. It's just about length retention. Your hair is always growing, okay? I studied what these women did in Chad, Africa, how they were able to retain so much length. It was simply because not only were they using the Chebé powder and keeping their hair braided, they were keeping their hair braided for weeks at a time, okay? They would go like 3 to 4 weeks without even touching their hair. And then when they did touch it, it would be just to rinse out the Chebé powder and go ahead and add a fresh batch of Chebé powder and then braid it back up and then not touch it again. If you think about that, you're technically only combing your hair 12 times a year. If you're keeping your hair braided for 3 to 4 weeks at a time, you're not touching it, you're not combing it, you're not manipulating it, you're not brushing it. You can add oils to it, you could keep it moisturized, wrap it up at nighttime, but you're not touching the hair. So every time you take it out, what is that, every month? So you're only actually manipulating your hair 12 times a year. Just simply stop touching your hair, you guys. I try to wear my hair up in a bun as much as possible. A bun is actually one of my go-to protective hairstyles. It's so quick and easy to do. Because I'm always having photo shoots and doing stuff, I do have my hair done a lot, but I typically keep it natural. It's very rare that I ever straighten my hair or do anything crazy to my hair. Although I love when my hair is straight, I love having different hairstyles. I mean, I am a girl. My hair breaks off so bad whenever I try to do something else. Even if it's a ponytail, like a weave ponytail, hair breaks off. Sewing, hair breaks off. So I just learned to simply leave my hair alone. The more you manipulate your hair, the more you flat iron it, the more you perm it, the more you dye it, keratin treatments, silk press, anything that can alter your hair's natural texture or natural color is damaging your hair. Literally done everything to my hair, and I could tell you right now, the best I've ever seen my hair is when I stopped doing stuff to it. It grew so much longer, thicker, fuller. Reason number one, stop touching your hair, low manipulation styling, leads me into my second reason of why your hair isn't growing. Styling. That's all I have to say is styling. Hairstyles that you wear, guys, can determine the health of your hair. Wigs and sew-ins and weave hairstyles can be very protective if done right. People always be like, oh, I wear wigs, that's why my hair grows so long, but your hair is really long, but it's super thin because your braids under that wig were extremely too tight. Or your hair is getting longer because your hair is always growing, right? Maybe your ends are very split because you've been getting sew-ins for so long you haven't been trimming your ends, which we're going to talk about trimming ends in a minute. Or it could just be your hair is super thick and healthy and it's getting long, but your edges is gone because you're wearing those lace fronts. You know what I mean? The glue, the tape, over time will thin out your edges. Even if you're taking it off super carefully, I promise you the edges will still over time start to thin because of the chemicals that's in that glue. Always keep in mind that good protective hairstyles will work in your favor, but protective hairstyle that's done wrong will not, including buns. I used to make my buns so tight, and I know a lot of y'all doing this too because us girls, we love a good facelift, okay? It just lifts your face up and we just love that. I don't do that no more. Always keep in mind that anything that feels tight is tight and it's gonna break your hair off. We like to ignore that feeling. I've had so many sew-ins before where literally I would get like the tiny bumps around my edges and in the back of my hair because the sew-in was just so tight. But when you take that sew-in out, I guarantee you're gonna have a lot of breakage. So always be mindful about your protective hairstyles. If you're wearing wigs or sew-ins, tell your stylist do not make your braids that tight. I know we like our hairstyles to be nice and tight so they can last longer. Just be mindful about it. And I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you care about your hair, right? My go-to hairstyle is always a bun. I don't make it super tight or anything like that like I used to. Sew-ins are great if done right. Wigs are awesome if done right. Even like twist outs are really good. Wash and goes are good because once you set your hair, you wash it, you style it, you could just put it up at night, which we're going to talk about in a second. Let's hop into reason number 3 of why your hair isn't growing. Reason number 3 of why your hair isn't growing. And this one, I feel like it all depends on you. So I can tell you guys what I do, but always keep in mind that what I do may not work for you and what you do may not work for me. Trimming your ends, okay? Trimming your ends is my number 3 reason of why your hair isn't growing. It's not even just trimming your ends. It's about how often you trim your ends. And okay, let me break this down for y'all. Let me break this down. Either you're trimming your ends too much or you're not trimming your ends enough. This will apply to everyone differently. It depends on the health of your hair and how much damage you do to your hair, how much you style your hair, how much you manipulate your hair. If you have very damaged hair, you know your hair is damaged, your ends are thin, you dye your hair in a regular, you perm your hair in a regular, you flat iron, use a hot comb on a regular, like you know your hair is thinned out a little bit, it's not so thick and curly or coily as it used to be, you just know that your hair is damaged and you're not trimming your ends frequently, this is what's going to happen. Split ends start at the end. It's a split in the hair. Just imagine one single hair strand. Over time, that split will eventually travel up the hair strand and start to split that single hair strand in half. And that's happening to hundreds of your hairs at a time. Almost think of it as a zipper that's being unzipped. It's one zipper, but that split is traveling up the hair strand and just splitting that zipper, the hair strand, just in half. Eventually, when it reaches a certain point of that hair strand, the whole piece of hair is going to break off. And this is not just happening to one hair strand. You have thousands and thousands of hairs. This is happening to hundreds of your hairs at a time. If your hair is splitting or your hair is damaged or you manipulate your hair a lot, even if your hair looks healthy, but you know that you do flat iron your hair every 2 weeks or once a month, how often you trim your ends would be more frequent than somebody who never straightens their hair or never dyes or never over manipulates or do anything to their hair. Somebody who has super healthy hair, who wears protective hairstyles, the correct protective styles on a regular basis, they deep condition on a weekly basis, their hair is clean and moisturized, that person may only trim their ends 2 to 3 times a year. And that's kind of how I am, guys. Like, I only trim my hair probably 3 times a year. When I tell people that, they're like, oh, well, I thought you're supposed to trim your hair every month. Why? Why would I trim my hair every month if I don't even have that many split ends? Because I don't do anything to my hair to damage it in the first place. When your hair is super healthy, you don't have to trim it that often, you guys. You can literally be preventing your length retention, not your hair growth, because your hair is always growing. You can be preventing your length retention by cutting your hair too much. So if your hair is already healthy and you're still cutting your hair 4 to 6 weeks, why? Why are you doing that? You're just cutting off your length. Your hair is healthy. Why are you gonna keep cutting healthy hair? You don't have split ends, honestly. You're just doing it because somebody told you that you should be cutting your hair every month. Either you're cutting your hair too much or not enough. So if your hair is super damaged, then you should be trimming it maybe every month because you want to get rid of that damage. How you trim your ends should not be based upon like a 4 to 6 week hair schedule. And trim your ends based off of how they look. Understand your hair routine and what you do, and then that's when you can start to weigh out how often you should be trimming your ends, if that makes sense. I hope I explained that pretty well. Either you're trimming your hair too much or not enough. Oh my god, y'all, this feels so good. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hair. I'm gonna go ahead and shampoo, conditioner, and deep condition. I will be right back. For the shampoo, I went ahead and used MIELLE's Pomegranate and Honey Moisturizing and Detangling Shampoo. And this cleanses your hair with a rich lather and silky slip to pre-detangle thick, curly, tight 4 hair. And this is a sulfate-free shampoo. So to pair it up, I went in with the MIELLE Pomegranate and Honey Moisturizing and Detangling Conditioner. And this deeply hydrates, conditions, and silkens thick, curly, tight 4 hair. Now that my hair is freshly washed and conditioned, we can go ahead and deep condition. So I'm only going to deep condition for about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm not going to leave this deep conditioner on too long. This deep conditioner actually is not a part of the Pomegranate and Honey collection, but I absolutely love this deep conditioner. I've used this deep conditioner before and it smells absolutely amazing. Honestly, all of my MIELLE products smell amazing, you guys. Oh my god, this smells so freaking good. And this is MIELLE Babassu, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Babassu and Mint Deep Conditioner, and it's a protein and moisture replenisher for dry and damaged hair, and this is to restore protein and balance, and this is for all hair types. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this MIELLE Deep Conditioner, and then we're going to leave that on for about 30 to 45 minutes. Let's go ahead and hop into reason number 4 of why your hair isn't growing or why you're not seeing growth, I should say. Protect your hair at nighttime. Have a nighttime routine that works for you. At nighttime, once you come home, you just want to relax, you know? But guys, please put self-care into your routines, your daily routines, and your nightly routines. It definitely will help in your daily productivity. The next day, you're going to be so thankful of yourself that you did it, and watch how much easier your day is going to be. For example, I notice at nighttime when I go to bed and forget to put my bonnet on, or I just throw my hair in like this bun and just go to sleep without a bonnet on, the next day I deeply regret it. Like, oh my God, I wish I wore my bonnet. I wish I would have put my hair in 2 braids so this morning I didn't have to detangle. When you go to sleep at night and you sleep on a cotton pillowcase, anything that's made from cotton will absorb moisture. Reasons we dry off with cotton towels. You're going to bed every night and you're not putting a bonnet on, or you're not just giving your hair that extra TLC it needs by protecting it at nighttime. 2 things can go wrong here. Number 1, your hair will be super dried out in the morning because that cotton pillowcase has absorbed all your natural oils and any other oils that you've applied in your hair. So you're literally drying your hair out by sleeping on a cotton pillowcase. Okay. Number 2, it's kind of gross because now your cotton pillowcase has oils in it, and that can actually cause acne, and we do not want dry hair and acne. And I understand some of us sleep a little wild, so I do know that bonnets come off. So how about you double it up and get you a silk or a satin pillowcase? That way, if your bonnet comes off, it's okay because you're sleeping on a silk pillowcase anyways. My bonnet literally has a mind of its own. Every night it just comes off, like it just doesn't want to be a part of my routine. So on a lazy night, when I just want to hurry up and get in bed, I just take my hair and I put it up into what's called a pineapple. A pineapple is literally when you just take all of your hair and put it up into a really high, loose bun or ponytail. I typically do the very loose bun because I don't like my ends to just be out, but sometimes if my curls are really popping, I will put it in a pineapple because I don't want to manipulate my curls. I want them to look good the next day, you know? I'll just literally like put it up into a really high ponytail and then put my bonnet on right over it. When I'm feeling a little extra, like I want to give my hair a little bit more protection, I will do my 2 little braids. It takes no time at all, but if you moisturize your hair at nighttime before you go to bed and go ahead and put your hair in 2 braids, trust me guys, the next day you will thank yourself so much because when you take the braids out, your hair will be moisturized and more easily manageable. Just protect your hair at nighttime. Have a nighttime routine for your natural hair. Remember, your ends are the oldest part of your hair. So since it is the oldest, it's the most driest, it's the most brittle, and it's the most likely to break off and split. So to protect your hair and your ends, just go ahead and put some oil on your ends, put a little bit of oil on your scalp, put your hair in 2 braids, or just put it in one big loose ponytail, okay, or bun. Okay guys, so now that my hair is fully saturated in this deep conditioner, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up into a ponytail and put a plastic bag on my head because I think that I ran out of deep condition caps. I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit for about 30 minutes or so, just so the deep conditioner can start to actually penetrate throughout my hair. Put my hair up into a little bun. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take a scarf. I really want this heat to be locked in so my hair can actually deep condition, you know. I went ahead and rinsed out that deep conditioner I had in my hair. And guys, when I say it made my hair so soft, like I am so obsessed. This deep conditioner, the Babassu in mint, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, so bomb. Like it literally smells so good. Let's go ahead and get to styling this hair, you guys. I kind of just want to wear a bun. I'm gonna go ahead and style it for the sake of the video. Speaking of styling, this kind of goes into my 5th reason of why your hair isn't growing. Reason number 5 of why your hair isn't growing is because you're not choosing the right products for your hair. Everyone's hair type is different. Everyone's hair texture is different. Everyone has different hair porosity levels. If you don't know what your hair porosity level is, you could just do the water in the cup method, where you just basically take one single strand of your hair, rip that baby off, and put it in a cup of water. If your hair floats to the bottom, that is high porosity. If it floats to the top, it's low porosity. If it's in the middle, it's like medium porosity. Porosity just basically means how your hair absorbs moisture. I did a porosity level test and I have like medium porosity. My strand of hair literally just floated in the middle of the cup. You have to give your hair what it wants, not what you want. So the oils you're using, the products you're using, all matter. And the oil that I like to use is, of course, my PUREMAJIK Natural Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil Blend. It's made with some of the best oils. It's made with grapeseed oil, argan oil, sunflower seed oil, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, vitamin E oil, rosemary leaf extract, bamboo stem extract, horse chestnut seed extract. This oil is literally my holy grail. This oil is super lightweight. It's actually able to penetrate the hair shaft, moisturizing the hair from the inside out. I'm just gonna spray all my hair with this because my hair is starting to dry a little bit. So let's go ahead and freshen this hair up. Just gonna apply some oil to my scalp. I'm gonna go ahead and take this MIELLE Pomegranate and Honey Curl Smoothie, and this enhances your curls with a soft definition for thick, curly, tight for hair. It smells so good. Oh my God, did I get it in my nose? Speaking of pomegranates and honey, reason number 6 of why your hair isn't growing. And a lot of y'all probably not gonna like this one, but it's the truth. Diet. Diet. Diet, diet. Why just buy it in a bottle when you could put it in your body? You know, you're in the store, you might see a deep conditioner that says avocado hair mask, and that's cool. Buy the products that you want to buy, try them all out. How about you actually eat it too? I actually start incorporating avocados into my diet on a regular basis. When I say amazing for hair growth, I just started noticing the difference with my skin and my hair. So avocados are extremely high in healthy fats, and your hair and your skin and your body needs healthy fats. You could buy the best products in the world, but what matters most is what actually goes into your body, because it comes out as well. You are what you eat, you guys. If you're eating nothing but fast foods, fried foods, processed foods, it's gonna eventually show in your hair and your skin. So just start to be a little more mindful of the things that you eat. Try to opt for organic fruits and vegetables. FYI, there's a code on all fruits and vegetables, the little sticker that you guys see. If a code starts with a number 4, it is genetically modified. It is a GMO, a genetically modified organism. It is not natural. If the code starts with a 9, it is organic, it is grown in the dirt, it is real. But my point is, you guys, to start being mindful of the things that you put in your body. Like, drink a ton of water. Challenge yourself, literally. Like, buy a 24 pack of water. Challenge yourself to have that pack gone in 3 days. Start drinking and eating the things that your body actually wants, that your body actually feeds off of. Utilize your old fruits and vegetables. If you have an avocado that's starting to brown a little bit and it's not too old to where you got to throw it out, just mash it up and pour some olive oil in there. Mash it up and put some coconut oil in there. Make a hair mask. When I style my hair, like days like today, I will not touch my hair literally for like the next 5, 6, 7 days. The only time I touch it is if I'm like brushing it up into like a bun or a ponytail, but I'm literally not combing through my hair. When you do your wash and goes or your twist outs or your braid outs or anything like that, try to not comb or brush your hair at all until your next styling or wash day. Not touching my hair every day, I think, has truly led to my hair actually growing faster, or having more length retention, I should say. I'm gonna do my edges, of course. So after today, I will not touch my hair for like the next week. The most I'll do is just put it up into a bun, and it doesn't require me combing my hair completely out to do that. And I think that has contributed to me having longer hair as well. It's low manipulation, like not doing too much to it. And my hair is so weird. Like, I've always had more than one hair texture. The top and middle of my head is a little more like thicker. Around my hair, like the perimeter, is way more fine. And like my curls are way more defined in the back of my head. So this is pretty much the style for today. When it dries, it's gonna get really big and fluffy. Pay attention to your hair. Choose the right routine and the right products that works for you. Knowing what works for your hair, knowing your hair type and your hair texture and your hair porosity level, I swear to God, guys, this is gonna make your healthy hair journey so much better. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something new. Make sure you guys comment down below any tips or tricks that you guys have, because it might help me, and your comment actually might be helpful to somebody else. So So leave that comment down below, girl. Do not be scared, or guy, whoever's watching. Don't be scared to comment down below. I love talking to you guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. And I also have a link down below to all the products I use in this video, including my PUREMAJIK Naturals Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil Blend. I already know you guys are going to love this. All my customers are obsessed because it's really the best oil ever. This oil is everything. And go ahead and follow PUREMAJIK Naturals on Instagram so you guys can stay updated with my latest product drop, because I do have an edge control coming soon. Just follow me on Instagram at Majik Mone't and stay tuned for my next upload.